And
Thank
so
you.
that's why it's a problem to think about the whole weight loss thing as simply calories in, calories out.
Exactly right. So everyone thinks it's about calories. Now, why do we think it's about calories? Because 100 years ago, this guy named Wilbur Atwater took a bomb calorimeter and threw some fat in it and exploded it, and threw some protein in and exploded it, and threw some carbohydrate in and exploded it. And he came to the calculation that fat burned at 9 calories per gram and protein burned at 4 calories per gram and carbohydrate burned at 4 calories per gram also. And so he said, well, fat obviously is more energy dense, which is true. That is absolutely true. Fat is more energy dense. That's why there is fat, because it's an easier way to put more calories in storage and take up less room.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, I guess. Right. But from the standpoint of utilization, that has nothing to do with anything. Right. And it turns out that fat, just because it's 9 calories per gram, doesn't mean it doesn't have value, or that it has, too much value for, and it's the target for trying to fix obesity, because you need certain fats and you don't need other fats. And when you basically go fat free, which we all did for 50 years, okay, we actually got sicker because we actually needed the fats. And what we did was we loaded up on the carbohydrate. Remember all the pasta bars from the 1980s, as everybody tried to go fat free? Okay? That was the worst thing that we could have ever done, because what we did was we took something that was actually good for us in our diet and substitute something that was bad for us in our diet.
Mm-hmm.
Another example, which I love, is, as a pediatrician, chocolate milk. They took the fat out of the milk, and then the kids wouldn't drink it because it tasted like dishwater. And what they do, they added the chocolate, right? They took the fat out, which was good, and they put in instead the sugar, which was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And because this has nothing to do with calories. And so that is my mantra: kill the calorie, hashtag kill the calorie. And we have shown 50 ways from Sunday why obesity is not about calories.
Mm-hmm. So you've told us about a carbohydrate obesogen. That was the whole fructose discussion. We talked about how fructose affects the body differently than glucose,
Right.
and because it's processed differently, and it's because of the way it's processed, it's more obesogenic. Are there any obesogenic fats? And what I'm thinking of here, based on what you just said and some other things that I've discussed on the podcast recently, there's two types of fats I would like to get your take on. So one are the basically the seed oils, the omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids,
Right.
and the extent to which they're obesogenic.